Thanks for checking out this video. Don't forget, like and subscribe. We'll talk about Raw. I didn't do a report, so I gotta use the report off the front page. But we missed the first segment, but it was basically a segment where Adam Pearce came down to the ring, and then this was just I'm so glad I missed this because I might have just taken the kids and left. They did this silly thing where Seth Rollins, all these masked guys come out of the crowd. There's all these masked guys, like 20 of them in the ring. And the story is, which one is Seth? Well, the one is, the guy who's Seth is the guy who's standing in the announce table. He takes his mask off. He's there with all these geeks. And then the remaining vision, which with Paul Heyman out, is down to Logan Paul and the guy who Dave couldn't remember his name last night because he's so memorable, Austin Theory. And they come down to the ring, and Seth's plan is he's going to put the mask on, and then all the mask guys are going to run in a circle so you can't figure out which one is Seth. And it's like, why are you doing this? There's 15, 20 of you mask guys, and these two geeks. Why are we hiding from them and running from them? How about you beat them up? Nope, they ran from them. And it led to a segment where the Usos also came out, and they're very angry at CM Punk, and they want an apology later on in the show. If anybody thinks they got an apology, spoiler, they didn't. We had the number one contender gauntlet match, which I think went 45 minutes, and it was fine. The people were really into Io Sky. Io and Lyra was pretty good, and then they had Io and Rio, Io and Raquel, and Raquel ended up winning that when I think Liv Morgan interfered. Stephanie ran down, and then Io came off the top and hit a dive into a small package for the pin. And then it was Ivy Nile and Io, which Ivy won after Raquel beat up Io Sky after the match. And of course, Io has no friends, nobody to come help her, so she looks like an idiot. She gets killed, and Ivy pins her quickly. And then we had Ivy Nile and Bayley, which Bayley won. People were kind of into Bayley. And then Bayley Asuka, which was probably the best match of the matches. And Bayley won. So next week, it's Bayley versus AJ Lee for the Intercontinental title. And Lyra was there. And I don't know, man. I don't know what they're going to do because there's like a story that Bayley's trying to make it to WrestleMania, and they've done this Bayley Lyra thing on and off forever. It just feels like Bayley's going to turn heel again, and they're just going to see this match because I don't expect her to win. And I think Bayley won the gauntlet because probably AJ's most comfortable opponent is Bayley. They've had big matches before, so I presume that's why Bayley won. But I think it'll play into WrestleMania as well. But it was a pretty good match. It was very long. Then we had Natty cutting a promo and was attacked by Maxine Dupree, and the people did pop for Maxine. So there's that. Then we had the most bizarre thing I've seen in a long time. So they advertised El Grande Chad would have a match with Penta for the title. So they go backstage, and Danhausen shows up, and Americano is, yelling at him or whatever, tells him to go away. And so Danhausen curses him, okay? They go to the break, they come back, and El Grande comes down to the ring. And I was watching it just going, wait a second. That's not Chad Gable. That's Ludwig. Why is Ludwig? I could have sworn it was advertised as Chad Gable. And, as a viewer in the building, I had no idea what was going on. And apparently on TV, they didn't know what was going on either. And I guess what happened is when Chad Gable was cursed, they showed Los Americanos lurking way off in the background. And I guess we were supposed to be paying so much attention and care so much that we would put two and two together that they attacked him And he was then replaced. But, like, none of this was made clear to the viewing audience on live. And apparently it wasn't made clear to the television audience as well. We just didn't know why the other guy came out. So anyway, Penta and El Grande. Penta ended up winning clean. And somehow this leads to Americano versus Americano next week on the show. Even though Ludwig lost and Gable was beat up. I thought the match was fine. Kind of expected it to be better. I thought it'd have way more heat. But honestly, actually, probably the best thing on the show was the Penta promo that he did before this match. When this guy first came to WWE, you know, he had a promo on Raw, and it was out of this world. This guy was like, these fans, they absolutely loved this guy. It was an incredible promo, great delivery. I was like, man, this guy needs to do promos every week. He didn't. So he came out here, same deal, just cut an incredible promo. It's like, oh my God, this guy needs to talk all the time. We'll see if he does, but his promo was probably my favorite thing on the show. I mean, it was great. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and click that notify button, and you'll never miss a video again.